Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to your Warrior Wednesday. I'm Zena. It is October 12th here on the East Coast. I know it's late. It's 11:11 Eastern Standard Time PM. However, if you're on the West Coast, it's 8:10 or 8:11. And if you're in another part of the world, it's afternoon in Japan, and it's also evening in London. Actually, morning in London, as a matter of fact, because you guys are 6 hours ahead of us. So anyway, we're here. Happy Wednesday night. We're going to be wrapping up Wednesday in about 40 minutes and stepping into, or 50 minutes, I should say, and stepping into Thursday, which will be Thriving Thursday. So wanted to leave a quick message with you guys on some lessons we learned from doing our Spartan race that we did almost a couple weeks ago, just to give you a sense that will support you. And my question for you is, are you conquering obstacles? Are you navigating obstacles? And here's some ways for you to navigate some obstacles that you may be experiencing in life, and how everything is a perfect reflection of life, right? So with that being said, if you're on here right now, say hello, let me know you're here, give yourself some hearts, and when you catch the replay, be sure to comment with #Encore and let me know that you were here. I know I've been a little bit MIA in the past few weeks with Warrior Wednesday, but I am here, and that's what's important. So pretty abundant couple of weeks, especially with training. If you can relate, having an abundant plate where you're spinning multiple things, say I, because if that's you, you're not alone. We're all in this together. All right, so with that being said, we are in a new season. We are in the fall season. We're also in Libra season. So happy birthday to all my Libras. I love my Libras. Happy birthday to my fellow air sign, because Aquarius, Libras, and Geminis, we're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day, all right? So with that being said, wanted to give you some insight on how you can navigate obstacles and overcome, or maybe even conquer some obstacles in life, and what it will take from you to make that happen, and sharing with you some lessons that we got to learn doing a Spartan race, like I said, about a couple of weeks ago. So we did one of the toughest, just to give you some sense and context, we did one of the toughest, one of 5 toughest Spartans in the country, which was the Mount Vernon race, and we did the super, which means it was a 10K plus 25 obstacles. And let me say this, it was no joke. I mean, it really was no joke. However, we learned so much from it, being that we were training for it, all this stuff. So if you remember, a few weeks ago, I had talked about some lessons from one of the first Spartans we did, which was in mid-September. We did one last week, which is beginning of October. Several of us are doing another one, the final Spartan for at least this season for now, aiming for a trifecta. So if you have a goal that you're shooting for, whether it's a health goal, business goal, whatever, just share what that is, because it would be really cool for others to connect and get inspired by some of the things that you may be working on, that you're focusing on. So doing a trifecta is one of my goals for this year, and more specifically this quarter, and that's why I've been really focusing on that. So some lessons that we got to learn is, first of all, going into a race, a Spartan race like that, if it's a 10K, 5K, we're doing a 21K next weekend, I should say. Train for it. You don't want to just wing it. Obviously, you don't want to wing it. I did say that you want to be prepared. You want to train. You want to prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. More important, because it's all connected, right? So train for it. Number 2, this is like a big lesson, right? Is you want to surround yourself with people or a team that have the same vision as you do. For example, if you have a vision of improving your health, who can you lock arms with that you can partner with, collaborate with, and hold each other accountable for you to hit your goals together, so that you're not the only person who's winning. You're taking people with you, and everyone is winning with you. So surrounding yourself by a team that shares a common dream, common vision, goes a really, really long way. And it's also inspiring, because when you work in teams and in groups, the energy is different than if you're lone wolfing it. So if you can relate, say I'm with ya, I'm right there with ya. Let me know that, connect with me on here. All right. So, and one of the beautiful things I want to say about being part of a team is everyone has different strengths. We all have different areas that we're really great at. We all also have areas that we're growing in. And so the beautiful thing about being part of a team is you want to fan each other's flame. And I'm a huge advocate of that, like seeing someone shine and fanning their flames and highlighting and spotlighting how beautiful and how strong and how courageous they are. All right. So again, going back, another lesson is you want to train not only your physical state, you also want to train your mind, you want to train your spirit, you want to train your emotions, because that creates agility. And part of agility is shifting quickly in conditions that are out of your control, right? Because we did not know what the atmospheric condition was, the environmental condition was. We were expecting lots of rain, but it luckily did not rain on us. But it was very, very cold because we were up in the mountains, right? So being mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally prepared for everything that could happen in that space. Not overanalysis, but being prepared, okay? You also want to be joyful, have fun in the journey, have fun during the obstacle. You face an obstacle, what are you going to do? Going to cry about it? No, you're going to navigate it. You're going to crush it. Think of a way, problem solve, troubleshoot, leverage your team, figure it out, support each other, right? So in my experience, like having fun was one of the most beautiful things because we were laughing our butts off. Let me say that. One of the obstacles was getting in the mud, and that mud was quicksand, right? And that it was a hot mess, but it was a lot of fun, and it's like etched in my memory for life. So creating memorable moments and memorable experiences is also something you get to prepare for and plan for when you're encountering obstacles, because you just never know what beautiful things can come out of it. All right. You also want to minimize what your interpretation of an obstacle is, because if you look at an obstacle like, oh my God, it's hard. It is obviously a challenge. Let's be real, right? It is a challenge. But if you have a negative interpretation and connotation around the word, and you have negative energy around it, you're not going to be successful. So you want to reframe that conversation and focus on the lesson. What are you gonna learn from it? How are you gonna get stronger? How are you gonna be more agile in the space, right? So focus on shifting your interpretation of an obstacle. And an obstacle is an opportunity to grow. I look at it that way. So anytime you experience an obstacle and you conquer it and you get on the other side of it, you grow as a human being. And we're not meant for comfort, we're meant to grow. And in order to grow, you embrace discomfort. Part of life, part of any growth, any evolution. All right. If you're with me, say I'm with you, because I want to connect with you. All right. So be agile. Expect things are going to go sideways. You want to be agile, quick on your feet. Just move on. Just move. Don't focus. Don't put too much energy. Just move. Okay. You want to, one of the things I found that was really supportive is you want to lead your emotions and also navigate and lead other people's emotions, because people are going to be in different spaces emotionally, and you don't want to be really caught up and enrolled in some of the maybe not so optimistic, energy that's coming across, but you want to effectively navigate and lead people's emotions in a way that everyone thrives, right? So that's a skill that anyone and everyone can master, all right? You also want to learn from your past shortcomings and mistakes and failures so you can improve. So many of the obstacles I completely failed at. The ones that I thought I was going to be great at, I didn't. I completely flopped, which is fine. But it's also looking at, what could I have done differently? What can I do differently so that when I do a similar event that I would be better at it, right? So looking at it from a space of growth and learning versus being oh my God, I totally didn't do well in it. You know what I'm saying? You do not want to be in a self-beat up conversation. All right. So with that being said, these are main lessons from doing a Spartan race, and also from navigating and helping you and supporting you and looking for ways to conquer obstacles and get on the other side of obstacles. So my question for you is, what is one obstacle you're experiencing right now? I would love to hear, what is it? What is it that you're experiencing? What is one thing that if it was solved, and once it's solved, it'll be a massive relief for you? So I would love to hear what that is for you. And that's a wrap. If you've got value from this, please share, please comment, please share the love. Let's share the wisdom. Let's elevate each other. Let's lock arms. Let's be the best versions of ourselves. And I look forward to seeing you next week for Warrior Wednesday. Hopefully it's not going to be that late, but I'll see you next week. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. Cheers. Have an awesome rest of your night. Bye for now.